welcome to the Score Sunday. The postseason for winter sports is drawing closer and closer. Lots of athletes excited to finish the season strong. You'll hear from some of those athletes tonight on the Score Sunday. Coming up tonight, I'll show you my major moments of the week, including a major girls basketball game in the MAC and a North Scott senior who is back after suffering an injury during the football season. Our FCA Story of the Week will feature a new coach at the helm of a local basketball team, following in the footsteps of a longtime legend. And we have the story of a defending state champion wrestler who is looking to have another big season. We'll show you more about the multi-talented athlete and how he makes an impression on and off the wrestling ring. But we will start tonight with the leader of the track and boys basketball, the Sherrard Tigers. The Tigers have had a great first half of the season and have stayed dominant so far in the second half with a 19-2 record. And a big-time win this week over Rockridge. We're joined now by some of the players. I'm here with Rylan Carton and Carter Brown. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with what happened most recently. So that Rockridge game. Just what were your emotions like during that, and just getting the 1-point win?
I mean, yeah, it was a great win for us and our team, but mainly just the environment that we were in. It brought so much excitement into the area and stuff. So yeah, just a very exciting game.
Yeah, like he said, the atmosphere was awesome. Like, we have a great community behind us, a great team. The coaches were great. We were down at the half, but we came out strong. It was a good win.
Yeah, and being down 11 at halftime, just what really propelled you guys over the Rockets in that second half?
Yeah, it was mainly just us doing our little things. I mean, we knew what it take to go in there and get that win, and we didn't do it in the first half. So going through halftime and figuring out what we did good and what we did bad and just fixing it is mainly why.
Yeah, our coaching staff, Coach Johnson, he likes to keep the halftime speeches simple, let us figure it out. We knew what we were doing wrong. We knew what we had to fix. So coming out in the second half, we just did what we needed to do, handle business.
Yeah, and then you, Carter, one of our Score Standout nominees this week, you had 19 points in the second half. Just what, I guess, really worked for you then, too?
I started looking for my shot more. I had 0 shots in the first half. My teammates were getting me more involved, pushing the ball ahead. So I had 0 points with like 5 minutes in the third quarter, and Coach Johnson takes me out. He asked me if I was feeling okay. And I made a weird face. I was like, yeah. And Coach Jones, he sat me down next to him. He talked to me. He was like, it's time to go, man. Start playing some better defense, looking for your shot, get to the rim. And I went back in and did exactly that.
Yeah, that's awesome, and obviously a big game for you guys. Yeah. And for you, Rylan, as a senior, just you guys are 19-2. Just how has that been for you to have such a successful year for your last year with Sherrard?
I mean, yeah, it's a great feeling, and these past years of just like being good but not getting over the hump of just being elite. And so this year really proved that we are elite, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, like shout out to our scout team. They push us to be the best every single day at practice. We have a great coaching staff. They push us to be the best. Like, I think overall this year, we just have a great team overall.
Yeah, and then, still have a little bit more of the basketball season to go, but what are your goals just for the end of the season? Are there any certain milestones or anything you want to hit?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest milestone is just winning that regional championship. I mean, we went 2 years in a regional championship and lost every time. So that's definitely a hump we want to get over and then go into the postseason at our home field. And so, yeah, just make a run.
Yeah, and if we can't get over that hump, regional championship, we're going to be at our home court for sectionals. We're going to have the crowd community behind us. I think that'll help us make the push to Champaign.
Yeah, and, to be able to get to that point, just what would the keys of success be for you guys to sort of finish out the season strong?
Just doing the little things mainly. I mean, we struggled a lot of times in the first half, but then always picked up in the second half. And if we want to be a Champaign team, we got to do that all 4 quarters.
Yeah, like he said, there's 32 minutes of basketball. We can't play really good for 16 minutes. It's got to be 32 minutes of good basketball. Cut down the turnovers, get everyone involved, attack the rim, look for shots.
Yeah, and then you guys, I know we talked about it a little bit, but being 19-2 and just having this successful season, just how would you talk about and describe your team dynamic? Are you guys really close as a team?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is definitely the closest we've ever been with a team. Like, we go into every practice enjoying every minute of it. And so we're all connected. We all know our weaknesses and strengths. So yeah, we're all connected.
Like he said, we're super close. We know how to get each other to the basket, get each other buckets to score. We know what each other like to do. Like in practice, we're pushing each other to be the best. And yeah, it's like the best we've ever been, closest.
Yeah, next up, you guys have Orion. You know, they're tied for second place in the conference. Just how big is that game, and what is it that you guys need to do to come out on top of that one as well?
I mean, what we mainly need to do is just harp on defense a lot. I mean, they're a team that can go out and hit 23s. They can go out and just shoot lights out. So we just need to harp on defense and make sure we're good on closeouts and all that.
Yeah, Orion has some great players. Kyler Owens, he just hit 1,000 points. He can definitely carry them to victories, get the whole team involved with just his scoring and passing abilities. So we just need to, like he said, be really good on defense, communicate the whole time, and I think we'll be good.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
I'm excited to watch
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, coming up on The Score, looking to the postseason, how the Galesburg swim team is aiming big heading into the final stretch of the season. Hear from the swimmers next on The Score Sunday. It's time for this week's Miners Major Moments. Each week, I highlight major moments in sports locally to the Quad Cities and nationally. Our first moment takes us out to DeWitt, Iowa for a big girls basketball matchup. It was North and Central DeWitt Part 2. In early December, the Sabres beat the Wildcats. Fast forward to this week, Central DeWitt comes into this matchup undefeated in the MAC, but the North girls get the win. A statement victory for the Wildcats and a win that had the team pretty excited.
It was real personal. They came in our home and beat us while my coach was here, so that was like super personal to us. It says a lot. Like, we've just been working in the gym, and like that family factor showed a lot today.
I don't show much emotion on the outside, but on the inside I am really happy, and it's a well-deserved win for us.
It felt great because I felt like we should have did it last time, but last time I don't think we were all the way prepared for the game. But we practiced it, and I felt like we were prepared for this game, and we came through and got the W.
Next up, North will take on Davenport Central. Our next major moment takes us out to Aledo, Illinois. Orion basketball player Kyler Owens picks up his 1,000th career point. He hit the milestone on Friday night when the Chargers beat Mercer County 70-56. Congrats to Kyler on joining the 1,000 points club. Our next major moment has to do with a local athlete who is back on the wrestling mat. North Scott's Jace Tippett returns from his ankle injury and is able to wrestle on his senior night. Tippett says he's grateful to finally be back. He also says it was special to be able to be back on senior night, surrounded by his family and friends.
Being back here on senior night was great for not only me, but for my family and everyone who's supported me through all this. I mean, it's been a long road to recovery, but with my parents and my coaches, it's definitely been special for not just me, but for everybody.
Next up, Jason the Lancers will participate in the MAC Conference Tournament that will take place on February 1st. Our next Miners Major moment is the honoring of a legend, and a legend that had some time right here in the Quad Cities. For the second straight year, a River Bandit is headed to Cooperstown. Former pitcher Billy Wagner, the 1994 Midwest League All-Star, has been elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Congrats to Billy. Our last major moment is very major. You could even call it grand. Rock Island native Madison Keys picks up her first major. Keys defeated world #1 Arena Sabalenka in 3 sets, the 4th top 10 seed she took down on her way to the championship. The underdog Keys grew up in Rock Island and even started her tennis career by playing in the Quad City Tennis Club in Moline. Nearly 14 years after turning pro as a teenager, the 29-year-old first-time major winner was full of emotions. As the regular season for swimming comes close to an end, swimmers at Galesburg have their eye on one thing, the postseason. Silver Streaks are back-to-back sectional champions and are hungry to win a 3rd straight title. Galesburg participated in the annual Panther Invite this weekend, where they had lots of individual champions and topped it off with a team win. The swimmers say they're looking towards the postseason and are hoping to finish the year strong. The Silver Streaks also say events like the Panther Invite help get the team in the right frame of mind.
This helps because a lot of the teams here are in our conference. Everyone except, actually no, they're all here that we've raced at Western Big Six. So it's really good to see them now before we get to the conference meet.
It really helps, like, I don't even know, a variety of things like endurance, stamina, and just having like really fast like movement too and all that.
Galesburg's next meet is at Rock Island on Tuesday. Other winter sports are also winding down, like wrestling. On the Illinois side, teams wrestled in the Bob Mitten Invite at Orion this weekend. The wrestlers say the event helps them get into the right mindset for the postseason. For some teams, this event was the end of their regular season, while others only have a couple events left. The wrestlers know the postseason is quickly approaching and are excited to keep pushing to the end of the year.
Really, it just helps with seeding reasons. I didn't put any losses up, so just better seedings for regionals.
I just got to keep holding down my technique. I got to get more confident in my shots. Be more confident in my ability as a whole and as a wrestler.
This tournament, it's kind of like a pre-regional for our school. A lot of teams here that go to regional, so our coaches are looking at team scores, That means a lot for me, means a lot for our team. And yeah, I try to do my best, put in my duty to help the team score.
Just get me prepared mentally and physically too. I got to get in shape to be able to wrestle that full 6-minute match.
The state competition for Illinois wrestlers is coming up in just a few weeks. It's halftime. Coming up on the Score Sunday, our FCA Story of the Week. FCA's Dan Pearson shows us a new head coach who's following in the footsteps of a longtime coaching legend. That's next on the Score Sunday. The Galesburg Silver Streaks are title contenders once again in the Western Big Six girls basketball race. That's nothing new, but as FCA's Dan Pearson reports, there's a new coach calling the shots for the first time in 47 years.
Back here, right?
Lexi DeMott may be Evan Massey's biggest fan.
He built something here that's special.
Next in line as head coach, DeMott embraces Massey's 46-year legacy as Silver Streaks coach, including being in the 1,000-win club. She played for him for 4 years. She assisted him for 4 years.
He did, kind of say, hey, each year I'm going to give you a little bit more and more responsibilities. And he taught me how to do things, something so simple like programming our camera for huddle. I didn't know how to do that, and he taught me how to do that. And it's the little things like that you don't think about. But he did, yes, each year I got a little bit more responsibility. I got a little bit more kind of accountability on my end of things.
DeMott sees herself in the young eyes looking back at her, eager to please, eager to compete, eager to flourish.
They've showed up for each other, and it's just, I'm blessed, but I'm also super proud of them, and extremely thankful that I have the group that I do, and their willingness to learn and be coachable.
The players themselves have high regard for the fact that their coach replaced a legend. And these players are all in with Lexi DeMott saying she may be a legend in the making.
She really cares about us and knows what the potential we have in this program, that she's not willing to give up on us, especially because we're such a young team.
As she runs a ship-shape spirited practice, DeMott does remember the same. But looking forward at that point?
No, that was not on my mind 8 years ago when I was still playing for him. Obviously, when I went away to school, I knew I wanted to go into education. I knew someday that I wanted to teach. I always had the dream of being able to come back home and, do that in this program because of what that program helped me accomplish.
Life is timing. Lexi DeMott is grateful and motivated to lead and love on her players, as modeled by her coach.
You make lifelong friends and companions, Molly Watson, Sarah Wood, all of those girls played, or women now, played way before I did. But when they come back, they still make it a point to talk to me and talk about the program and talk about the girls and to support the girls. So, this program is more than just a sports program. It really is, it's a family.
Lexi DeMott, moving forward, building her own basketball legacy. With the FCA Story of the Week, I'm Dan Pearson.
One more break. Up next on the Score Sunday, making an impression. How one Rockridge wrestler is looking to climb back to the top while also pursuing another talent. We'll tell you the story of the multi-talented wrestler next on the Score Sunday. At Rockridge High School, there's a senior wrestler who's on the hunt for another big season. Last year, Jude Finch won a state title. He's trying to do the same again this year, but there's a bit more to his story. I had the chance to catch up with the multi-talented athlete and see how he's making an impression both on the wrestling mat and off. It's hard to get to the top.
I want the competition. I want the tough match.
A battle that Jude Finch knows well.
It is a lot of hard work. A lot of people ask, how do you get to that level? And it's a lot. It's a big commitment. It's in season. It's off season.
Finch is in his last year of high school wrestling. The senior, a defending state champion.
I always thought it would be cool, but I never expected the joy and excitement that honestly came from that moment. He did it in pretty cool fashion. It was the first match, so that was pretty cool too, to start off the state finals that way.
Jude soaked in the moment and happy he got to share it with his dad.
I ran right over to him, jumped in his arms, gave him a big hug. That was probably the best moment of my life, is being there and being able to do that.
Finch has been wrestling for 13 years and has big goals for his senior season.
15! Clearly the goal is to win state again, but that's the goal. What can I say?
Jude is very passionate about wrestling, but there's something else that has left an impression.
I have this state wrestler who's in my classroom all the time, pounding on my door during my prep period. Can I come in?
He trades in his pins for paintbrushes.
It's a good thing. It's purely magical. You don't hear about this very often.
I put in my music, I can just sit there, I can relax, I don't have to really think, or I just start painting it. When I'm relaxing too, like the ideas and like the, not really ability, but like you can paint like freely, and like you don't have to think about anything.
Painting has become an important part of Jude.
I slowly started getting better and I could see it, and I finally just started like, hey, this is kind of my thing, I'm gonna keep doing it.
This is one of his first paintings that Jude accomplished in the Intro to Art class. The leaps and bounds that this student has done in the past 2.5 years, it just blows my mind.
The senior first started painting when he was a sophomore. Since then, his skills and love for art has grown.
This is more of a landscape one, which is, it's way different. But the city's even more different than that, which is, it's all abstract and there's a whole bunch of cool perspective lines and all that. I kind of had been drawing like castles in my sketchbook, just in all white and black, so it's kind of how I started getting to it.
And what's now clear, no matter the medium, every time Jude touches a canvas, his art is on display. It's been an incredible 4-year run for the Moline boys basketball teams, and one player that has been very involved in the Maroons' success is Trey Taylor. Taylor first stepped on the court as a freshman and was in the starting lineup from day one. He would make an immediate impact with the Maroons. He's been able to show his versatility over his 4 years, and this year he became the winningest Moline basketball player in school history, currently sitting at 108 wins and counting.
Anything about it, as like I said, I didn't know anything about it, but coming up to the beginning of the season, I found out about it. Coach Taylor said I could be the winningest player of Moline history, so you know what I'm saying, it strived me to play a little harder, and that was a goal for the season to get to that. This is the greatest stadium in Illinois, I think, and it's a great experience to play here for all 4 years of my high school career. So I think this is a great time. You know what I'm saying, had good energy all throughout. Every time we have a game, it's always packed, so it's a good experience.
Trey and the Maroons will be back in action on Tuesday at Alleman. It's time to announce this week's Midwest Technical Institute Score Standout nominees. We'll start with Carter Brown, saw him earlier, from Sherrardy, and 19 points in the second half to get the Tigers the win over Rock Ridge. And Reagan Pagliano from Pleasant Valley, the senior picked up her 1,000th career point. Here are the rest of the Midwest Technical Institute Score Standouts. Hakeem Powell from Prince of Peace, he had a record 60 points. And Olivia McCorkle from Bettendorf, who had a school record 35 points. You can vote for this week's Score Standout nominees by visiting WQAD.com. The poll will be on the sports page and the score page. You have until Wednesday at noon to cast your vote, with each week's winner being featured on Off the Cuff.
It's time to go off the cuff with this week's Midwest Technical Institute Score Standout winner. It is Landon Bull, a senior here at Rock Ridge High School. And Landon, what does it mean to you to be a Score Standout winner?
That means a lot. I've got to thank my coaches and my teammates for helping me out, win the Score Standout. I mean, I couldn't do anything without them. So
when you're not playing basketball or football, what does Landon like to do?
Well, since it's winter time right now, I'll probably play video games, hang out with friends, but once the weather's a little nicer, I like to go out and golf.
Do you have a favorite video game that you play?
Probably right now, college football. Okay. That's a good one.
Do you have a favorite team you play in that one?
No, not really. I'm just kind of all across the board, but I like playing with like Florida State, probably, even though they suck in real life, but it's whatever.
Your favorite thing that you've either streamed or show that you're watching right now?
Recently finished up Sopranos, so I'd probably say that's one of my favorites right now.
What did you like about Sopranos?
I don't know, the mob. The mob's very interesting and mysterious, so.
That it is.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite guilty pleasure, something you like to eat?
Probably some Nerd gummy clusters or Doritos. That's a little nice sweet treat with those gummy clusters. So.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on the gummy clusters.
They're dangerous.
They are. They're sneaky good. So if you could go back 4 years and you could pick any sport to play besides football or basketball, what sport would you want to pick up?
Golf for sure.
Why golf?
There's something about the game. You hit one good shot and you're addicted right away. Even though it's a very frustrating game, you hit one good shot, you want to play the rest of your life. So
I agree, absolutely. Do you have a favorite social media?
Instagram, probably just scrolling reels or something. It's an easy app to use. So
sure. Do you have a favorite celebrity you follow?
Lamar Jackson, I like him.
Okay, why Lamar?
I mean, he's just a very interesting player. He's a very fascinating player. He plays the game so well. He's quick. He can throw the ball. He can do everything.
Perfect, Landon. Thanks for going off the cuff.
No problem.
That is our show for tonight. We'd like to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next week for the Score Sunday.